guys, welcome to this new video, a bike test from the KTM 250 assembled in Brazil, which is the same bike of the rest of the world. So let's dive in. First thing I noticed, which is pretty cool, the bike comes with a stand, which is different, and you can put in the forks. So when you put the tie downs on the bike, it won't stress the suspension. It has, of course, the electric start and the left buttons. You can change the maps and also the traction control. I am a tall rider. I am almost 6'2", so I felt really comfortable in the bike. The bike is really lean. I like the bars, which is kind of flat, kind of like the 999 rental. And I played a little bit with the maps, which in the second one, the map 2, worked so much better. In the first map, map 1, the bike was kind of slow, mellow. I like the 250s to be more responsive from the bottom to the top end, and revs. I like when it revs a lot harder. So I felt completely different bike once I changed it. So I started to ride on the track. I didn't rode before. I was feeling the track and the bike, how the bike reacts in the small bumps, in the big bumps, in the jump. It's always smart to go on the track with a new bike and take a few laps to feel it. And it was really, really impressive because I am a heavy rider. I am 190 and almost 6'2". So usually I have to use a stiffer suspension, but that makes tricky because I don't like the first part of the stroke, like the traction. I don't like to be stiff, or when I feel harsh in the palm of my hands, I cannot ride it. So I start to play a little bit with the adjustments. I stopped the bike and I opened 2 clicks on the compression, and the bike felt completely different. It was amazing because before I rode this KTM 250, I used to have last year a KX 250, and I had to change the springs to make better. And what impressed me the most, it's the new WP air forks. Felt so good on the beginning, and also you can always put more air and will feel like you change the springs. So once I start to get comfortable in the bike, I start to ride faster, attack more, and the bike was feeling better and better. I start to improve my feeling on the bike and start to rev a little harder. I could hold more the same gear, like in the straightaway, this straightaway that I'm coming, I could hold the same gear, third gear, all the way. Also, this turn had a big powder, so I could clutch a little bit, and sometimes when I hit it good, I didn't need to clutch. And what impressed me the most was the suspension. Of course, the engine is good, but the KX 250 also have a great engine. The way the bike handles the riding triangle, it's good for a taller rider like me. But the thing I didn't enjoy that much, or that I struggled a little bit, was in the middle to the end of the corners. When I entered in the corner, it felt like the older models of the 450, because in the previous models of the 450s, when you come into the corner, the bike wants to stand up, and that's what I felt exactly in that corner. There was a big and long rut. I had to really apply my technique, pushing the bars to the inside and stuff to keep the front wheel on the rut. So maybe that was because I wasn't used to the bike, or the riding positioning wasn't that well balanced to me. I could move the bars a little bit further to make it better. I could lower the triple clamps and make turn better, so I could play a little bit. But the way the bike was stock, I only opened these clicks on the suspension, on the compression, later on the shock, and was amazing. Like these small bumps, the traction bumps, like you cannot see it very well in the video, but there was a few square bumps coming out of the corners, and really worked really well. So the bike was pretty good. Even so, it has a Quickshifter. It's supposed to change the gears without the clutch, which you can do in any bike if you do it in the right time. in the right RPM, you can do it, even using a little bump to stand you up or to change the gear. So I didn't notice the difference, to be honest. I even went online and checked some bike tests from another guys, and they didn't even feel the Quickshifter. So maybe it is because the Quickshifter, like in the BMW's S1000, I used to have one, you barely touch the gear lever and the bike change the gear, the bike will cut. So if you do that in a dirt bike, that could cause an accident, because if you hit the gear lever in the face of the jump, you could, I don't know, the bike would react different from what you were expecting and you can fall. So maybe they did a little bit different on the dirt bike, so you can change the gear a little harder, you have to push harder. I don't know. To me, it felt like the KX250, for example, you can change easier than the KTM with the Quickshifter. So overall, the bike works very well. The brakes are amazing. Like the KX250 and the 450 that I own now, it has braking disc and it is a good brake, but Brembo is like next level. It's like factory brakes. So you don't need to change. It's a bike ready to race. The only thing is the corner. Like this corner, I have to really push my elbows inside to make the bike turn middle to the end. Besides that, the bike is amazing. You can buy and you won't regret it. I want you to pay attention how long I can hold the throttle and the bike is still going. That was impressive either. But like I said, I felt the same power on the Kawasaki 250 2022, was my last 250. And also I would like to pay attention how much the bike stays stable. The bike doesn't kick sideways. Like I said, the pounder on top looks softer and has a lot of traction, but once you start to dig in the dirt, it's kind of hard packed underneath. So let's enjoy it. dela, anda mais em giro alto, ela eu me bati um pouco porque é bem sensível, mas eu senti dificuldade entrando na curva tipo aqui e segurar ela deitada. Pode ser porque eu tô meio treinado, tanto que eu pulava pra fora aqui, ó. Pode ser um pouco treinado, mas estranhei um pouquinho. A suspensão, eu abri 3 cliques na frente, eu gosto dela mais macia. Até pra abrir mais 2 pro Danilo, teria que fazer o sag e mexer na traseira. Aí desses buracos pequenos tava me passando muita porrada. A partir do momento que eu acostumei, acertei com as marchas, foi beleza. Vamos ver como é que ficou agora que eu abri mais 2. Ficou melhor, mais no chão. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully I could clarify some doubts you had. The bike's amazing. Like I said, you can buy it. You won't regret it. See you next time, guys.